out to both of them. I'm super excited. And from the talk that I've seen, I read the Let's Talk Battle Rap review, and they gave it a really high score too. They gave it 8 out of 10. So if you haven't had a chance to go check it out, go to rapgrid.com. The VOD is available for you to check out. I believe it's still $45. And that is a smooth segue to our final topic of the night. So John, after the event's over, he puts out a tweet about someone within a Discord group with the Black Compass media team talking about wanting to pay to watch the battle. So there led to this whole controversy of bootlegging in battle rap, bootlegging pay-per-view events featuring Cola from Black Compass, who was the one in the screenshot. And so I wanted to start by getting your thoughts on this particular situation and bootlegging in general within battle rap.
Yeah. It pops up every year, maybe once every other year, back when we were doing like the Watch Battle Lives and different things like that, it was obviously a lot bigger because URL was throwing, pay-per-view events, King of the Dot was throwing pay-per-view events, and just, I think everybody knows that like there are these channels and these different, Discords and different things where battles are bootlegged. Your Reddit links, and there's different things all the time, we as battlers know that. We get off the stage and sometimes like leagues are not providing us with a free pay-per-view, because it's maybe not that they wouldn't pay, give it to, but it's just maybe difficult for them to find a way to use the, Rap Grid or whatever to send us, whatever. So, and then you get sent all these links from people like, hey, I got your battles, like bootleg. It happens all the time. I think the biggest thing with this particular instance is that, BCN, Black Compass Media, Bootleg Compass Media, Bald-Headed Compass Media, Bootleg Compromise Media, Buy Cola, More, Pay-Per-View Sales Media. I don't know what the BCM stands for at this point in time, but BCM is technically considered one of the top platforms for battle rap media, and they actively are reaching out to battlers, to league owners, to different people to do interviews on their show, provide them, content that they get paid off of. They're actively doing different things like that. And so you would expect from somebody, who does things like that, you would expect them to understand the business side of it and say, like, why are you taking money out of my pocket? I've never been one for screen recording your content and posting it on my channel. I'm sure that Black Compass Media, if there was a platform that was bigger than them, would not feel great if 15 Minutes Fame or Hip Hop Is Real screen recorded their interviews and posted it on their channel. I'm sure they wouldn't feel, So, these are guys, they're battlers, they're people that are going on your show that are giving you their time, that I'm sure 95% of them are not getting paid for at it, and you're making money off of them. With John being a battler and a league owner, he's looking back like, yo, are you serious? Like is this real? Like he's not shocked that people are bootlegging his event. He's shocked that people that are supposed to be held accountable and people that have a high following and people that should understand the business and people that benefit off of other people giving their time, their attention, everything to these interviews. He's shocked that he's looking around and he's seeing 100 people in this chat, that now granted, maybe not all 100 are going to spend $45, but all we can do is say those are the two numbers we have. So there's $4,500, like that all of a sudden I don't have and that you could have off of what I've literally booking flights, booking venues, booking battlers, that kind of stuff. And so he should be upset. He should be like, oh, like the audacity, like of all people you should know, you're already an established platform, and since you want the people to look at you guys and know you guys and you want to be one of the biggest media platforms and everything with privilege comes responsibility. I think that might be the quote. Like with that privilege comes the responsibility that you can't just act like Joe Schmo on Discord who's like, hey, anybody want to join a little group chat and watch the event this weekend? It's not the same, And yeah, I think that, John was fully, I agree with him fully in him being upset, and I seen the statement that Tony Bro put out in regard. I assume it was Tony Bro. It's from the Black Compass Media Twitter, basically stating, you know, that they don't, or they're sorry for what happened, you know. But you know, I mean, I obviously have my back and forth with them, and like I'm one of those guys that says consider the source. You know, if Jay Black did that, you'd find me completely shocked. You know, if Uncle Rod did something like that, I'd be like, wow, didn't expect that. You know, but you know, I consider the source. That's all I can say, and that's a personal thing on my end. But yeah, like I think it was very, very disrespectful to John, disrespectful to battle rap, just disrespectful to, you know, to even the guys. You know, I know for a fact there are battlers on that card who are being paid out percentages from pay-per-views, you know? And so now you're looking at that kind of situation. When I battled Geechee Gotti, I was being paid out a percentage of my pay-per-view sales, you know? So the next day when I go online, if I've got guys that are streaming my full battle, you know what I mean, on their caffeine channel, or if I got guys, you know, that are doing all of this kind of stuff, I'm looking at it like, bro, like I'm still getting paid off this VOD, you know? I'm looking at it like that, you know? So like, just have a little bit more respect, you know? It's not worth it, you know? Like, I don't know how much they sent John. I think I do know how much they sent John, but I don't know if it's public, so I don't want to say that number. But it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Or maybe it is worth it, because now that's the entire talk is back on your channel, and you've got, even in the negative light, you've brought the attention to you, and that's just how some people operate.
Okay. Yeah. So, you know, let me say, I hear what you're saying. I think John, I watched a little bit of he did a caffeine show where he kind of recapped the event, talked about this situation in particular. And I think he's coming from the same perspective as you, is like, you know, you talk about battle rap, you make money off the culture. He referenced being on the show, and there were super chats coming in, and he makes his point of, hey, like, do I get some of that? Right? Like, he even makes a little joke about it. And so for him, it's the disappointment of, you know, he's like, I don't care that you necessarily cared that you had people watching it. It's that you were charging people. You were charging people to watch it. Shout out to Mama A.Ward in the building.
Let's go, Mom.
But he
didn't get away with it.
And so that is his standpoint. So if you could indulge me for a second, I don't even know if these are going to fit, but I'm going to put them on anyway.
Okay.
I hear everything that y'all saying.
Is this the devil's advocate glasses?
This is Bootleg A1.
Oh, okay.
I'm a bootlegger. I don't care how you feel about this. Listen. So, like, bootlegging is a part of entertainment. This happens in every entertainment arena you care to mention. The bootleg man hit the barbershop all the time with the DVDs with the people standing up in it. At least he used to back in the days when we actually watched DVDs. We got whole fire sticks that's juiced, that's supercharged, and get you anything you want to watch for a certain price. Right? You know what I'm saying? We got whole setups out here. You got listen, there is a prominent sports radio personality in our city that sends out a bat signal for every major pay-per-view boxing and MMA fight. And everybody knows what time it is when they see the link. This is the game. This is what we got to deal with. I get it. Maybe he shouldn't have been charging. But listen, this is Black enterprise on both ends. You got John and Bullpen making their bread. You got Black Compass and Cola making their bread. One hand washes the other. And if someone feels so inclined, if they like what they saw, maybe they want to go and get the pay-per-view for themselves because they enjoyed an event that Let's Talk Battle Rap had rated as an 8 out of 10. So I hear the grievances. I understand. But I think he who is without sin, let them cast the first stone. And I think there's going to be a lot of people out here who's going to have some rocks that they're going to be dropping and walking away because they know they done bootleg something. They done. Listen, they went Denzel Washington. I'm from around the way. I'm leaving here with something. So that's all I'm saying. Like all of your points are valid, but no, sir. Like I respect them, but I'm not moved by them. And so that's my take on the situation. Shout out to John. Listen, I'll throw myself under the bus, even though I'm not really throwing myself under the bus. Back during the Watch Battle Live days, my login information was passed around like crazy out in these streets. There was even one battle rapper who posted a clip. I don't know if it's of his battle or somebody else's, and my IP address is floating around these internet streets because that's how Watch Battle Live kicked it back in those days. So again, I understand this is how the game goes. Yes, everyone, please let me say this as I end my bootleg rant. People, go out and support King of the Dot, RBE, Bullpen, iBattle. Go out and support when Queen of the Ring. I don't know if they're done or not, but Chrome 23. All of these leagues that come out and put out a pay-per-view event, go out and support because you don't know what you're going to get. It might be trash. Listen, I bought a battle rap event leagues thing and I couldn't even watch the event. I didn't ask for my bread back because I'm not guaranteed. Now, I hope that I'm able to see the event, but you're not guaranteed that the product's going to work correct. Shout out to Netflix. I didn't demand my whatever they charged me a month back because I couldn't watch Love is Blind at the end. It happens. Mistakes happen. Things happen. But go out, support these leagues. Try not to be a part of bootleg gang. King Bao, you were on the bootleg gang list. I'm gonna tell you, my guy, you on the bootleg. Yeah, hey, Black Compass, if y'all got the bootleg going for King Bao next event, I'm in the building. But anyway, support these leagues, man. Support what they do and pay them their bread because they do work hard. These guys put in a lot of work for this material. Support these guys. Man, I might have to wear glasses more often. I see why these guys do this on these lives now. I'm gonna have to pull this back out again. But yeah, that's my take on the situation. Like I said, I respect everybody's opinion and viewpoint. But yeah, support.
I'll say this much, and I think I probably said it in my first take. Is like we know that it's not the bootlegging. We know that it's the making the money off of it. I think that you can firmly say that anytime you've ever shared your password or whatever, that you aren't bringing in more money than what you paid for the pay-per-view,
right.
And then I think the biggest thing is this comes from somebody within the circle. You used to rap, if we chopped it up and you're like, yo, Ward, review my CD, I'm like, oh, dope. And then all of a sudden I was bootlegging your CD and selling it somewhere. You'd be like, oh, bootlegging is a thing. Like, dog, I thought we were cooler than that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I think the biggest thing is it comes from somebody within the culture who benefits off of, people giving them their time and their content and different things like that. And, nobody's going to be mad at, this random YouTube guy that's over here. Because there's other guys, believe me, there's other guys. This is not the only Discord, this is not the only one. So like it's happening elsewhere. It happens by everybody. There's so many freaking spaces and different things and battlers putting their phone in their pocket and turning it on and listening. There's all kinds of like forms of bootlegging, so that you can hear battles and stuff like that. But when it comes from somebody that you're just like, wow, really? Like you of all people should know this business. You of all people should understand, that you're taking food off my table, to put on your table. And then you're going to turn around and ask me to come on your show for free and big up the next event. Yeah, we know we're not cool like that. Yeah. I see your glasses, but we're not cool like that. So you might think one hand washes the other, but I'm thinking about doing something completely different with these hands. Like that's probably where that lies,
Let me just go ahead and do this now. Hey, yo, let me go ahead and get that out the way. Go get my Ace Amin on for just a second. Anyway, man, that's our show, man. Like I really don't have a list. I've said my piece. You've spoken your piece. Let us know what you think about